Let me hear from you, Abdul Malik. There's pressure. The president had disclosed this before, that there was pressure on him to sack Mr. Seth Tekper, the finance minister, because he was a problem. Now that is also coming up again. We have heard people in government advocate strongly that the problem is the minister. He should sack him.
Well. I think somebody wants to evade the real issue. This is an escapist approach. The finance minister, is he not implementing government policy? Or is he implementing his own policies? And he's implementing whatever government has put there in his own individual way, according to his whims and caprices? I don't think so. I think the calls for his sacking are misplaced. They're not genuine. Those, especially from within the party, who are making that call, should ask themselves questions. Is the finance minister the A to Z of the government machinery? Is he the only member of the government economic team? I think there's even a government advisory committee too. So it's really needless. Perhaps it's an indication that those in government or the ruling party believe that they have failed relative to the economic management of the state. It's a voice of failure.
Interesting.
Well, I don't think so, that those who are calling for Mr. Seth Tekper's removal are, of course, of the view also in a very subtle manner that this economy has failed. I don't think so. But, Sami, having said that, it is important to stress that the president alone is clothed with the power to appoint his ministers and fire them. Now, the president has had occasion to state categorically that he is the coach. He sits back, he sees his players on the field play. If at any point in time one of the players, demonstrates exhaustion, or that he's not able to deliver according to the expectations of the president, he would take action. And so if that is anything to go by, I think that we should allow the president to manage his team. I mean, the ministers, all other appointees. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. But of course, that is not to say people cannot express their views. I think the buck stops with the president, and he alone, if he thinks the time is right.
Yes, he says he should be giving the benefits of the doubt. For how long?
As long as the people of Ghana would relate the NDC. Because the buck stops with the president. So the people he put there are failing, the president who's failing. You know, this jingle was...
Does it work that way?
It works
if
that way.
If the people are failing, is the president who is failing?
Of course. If the president is the coach, he's supervising the people. So if you put a liberal on a job on the man, you can clearly see the man is not doing the job.
Collective responsibility, and I know ultimate responsibility rests with the president as an executive president. But when he has picked people to do some work, and they don't do it...
I'm saying that if you pick a number 9 to score goals, because the finance minister is the finance minister, and the man is simply not scoring, and your own supporters are shouting, remove him, and you say, well, there's pressure on me. You know, the president came out to say there's pressure on him. That's the first time a president ever said there's pressure on him from the party to remove the finance minister. He says, well, I'm going to leave him there. He's the president. But 4 years down the line, the people of Ghana will judge. Not us. But I'm saying that, you see, the people are telling you that there is something wrong. I believe that the finance minister is not working in isolation. He's working under the economic management team headed by the vice president. He's working with other people who all together manage the economy. That's why I say this thing is interlinked. If the head is not working well, okay, the leg is going to be affected. If the arm is not working well, the eye may be affected. So it's interweaved. The whole governance system is having a problem. And the president and his team must address that problem. Otherwise, we'll come back, we'll put a finance minister there, and we'll say that they should remove him. Because if you are sacking the prime minister today, it's not the fact that you have sacked the prime minister is not just going to reduce rent. It's not going to reduce utility prices. It's not going to reduce the cedi from falling, or the rand from falling, or the dollar from rising, or maybe the British pound from rising. or the goods and services are suddenly not going to say, well, people who are selling on the street or the market women or the guys who have the car, the VIP, and all the people are not suddenly say, well, the finance minister has been sacked, then that's it. I am saying that structurally, the way the government is going about handling this, the dichotomy in which we are, that is the confusion in which this government has found itself. That the one who is managing the economy says, we will not borrow, we will not do any new project. And the president comes to say, well, we are starting our new secondary schools. We are doing this, we are doing that, we are going to start giving free shoes to school children. Meanwhile, the finance minister says we are not borrowing anything, and the president says we are going to borrow. That is the problem we have. It is up to the president. He is the coach.
Yeah. Well, we all agree, at least if you read from comments from across the political divide, that the current economic situation partly has to do with the structure of the economy. Now, the structure of the economy has not just been created. I mean, it has been so for a very long time. The society itself is changing in many other ways. I mean, which ways have an impact on the economy. In the light of this, I find it very difficult that one individual, in the case of the finance minister...
That one individual is put there to fix the problems that you identify.
I am not sure he's put in there as an individual to restructure the economy and fix the problem.
He's supposed to lead it, right?
He has a role to play. There are others who have a role to play. His role will contribute. The others' roles will also contribute. Have we been told that others who have roles to play have duly played their roles successfully and completely, and that it is he who is now not performing? So, I mean, as people have said, it's an easy way out to say that he should go, because I'm not sure we have been given any concrete reasons apart from the general difficulties that we are facing that he should go. And I believe that he doesn't go on leading his own policies which differ from that of the cabinet, and that is the entire government machinery. And moreover, it appears the president has confidence in him. And if the president is not sacking him, then what he's saying is that, well, I take ultimate responsibility for him. I mean, for what is happening. So if perhaps one may say, if they cannot remove the finance minister through their calls because the president is backing him, then maybe you will have to remove the president so you can have him.
Yeah, it's interesting. No, that's another side. I'm sure I'm being speculative here. It could also be a reflection of a certain disconnect between the finance ministry and the party structure, or some people in the party structure. You know, there are people who think that there must be some largesse coming from that place for party work or for their individual works. Some of those people could be part of the groups agitating, because this particular finance minister, first of all, he is perceived not even as a classical party person. Okay, this is a technocrat from somewhere. He's not seen in that manner. That perhaps he's not playing ball by resourcing certain unofficial, strictly speaking, party business. That could be part of the reasons why there's agitation from particular party people.
So
I said I was being speculative.
I mean, no, he's speculating.
I said so.
That settles the point.
Right. Thank you very much.
I said so.
Houston Emmanuel posed this comment that Samson, if the president, his ministers and MPs would increase their salaries and backdate it 4 years and have the effrontery to justify it, if MPs and ministers would take home 50,000 Ghana cedis as rent allowance, and on top of that take ex gratia, I see no reason why government would say there is no money when the common public servant asks for something this little. Well, interesting comments there. Now, there's also Bonti Benjamin. He says that Honorable Seth Tekper in single spine are not down, is not a downfall of Ghana's economy, but rather the institutionalization of create, loot, share, and bold deceit through Sada Jida and judgment debt under the care of John Mahama. Victor Asante says the root cause of our economic woes primarily emanates from the expenditure overrun during the elections. Simply put, you cannot spend what you don't have. I take a final one from Rayan Salisu. He says, Samson, it is clear that government does not listen and logically has nothing to act upon. Our country is being tossed here and there, finding excuses to blame others, blah, blah. And he says, all of this and lack of accountability, it doesn't help anybody. Now,